dressed sharp.
From WNDU-TV, Channel 16, South Bend, this is News Center 16 at 6.
Good evening, I'm Terry McFadden. Maureen has the evening off. A clemency hearing for death row inmate Alan Matheny ended abruptly this morning. In a surprising twist, the convicted murderer refused to appear before the Indiana Parole Board. Matheny is scheduled to die in 9 days for the 1989 murder of his ex-wife. Jenny Runovich is live in the studio now with more. Jenny?
Well, Terry, Matheny's clemency hearing was over even before it started. He was a no-show, refusing to testify before the parole board. By not appearing, his petition for clemency was automatically withdrawn.
If he wants a hearing, he needs to come in this chair to have this hearing.
It was supposed to be a final fight for his life.
The statutory process of clemency has been ended today by the actions that Mr. Matheny has taken.
But at his own hearing, a mugshot was the only sign of death row inmate Alan Matheny. Minutes before he was to testify before the Indiana Parole Board, Matheny refused to come out.
I advised him that he needed to present himself to the parole board. If he failed to do so, that his petition for clemency would be basically over.
Matheny still didn't show, so his clemency petition was automatically withdrawn. His attorneys say he refused because he's mentally ill.
I think the pity is that the board does not have a procedure in place to deal with people who are severely mentally ill. I'm not sure that he knows what he's doing or what the consequences are. I'm not sure.
Matheny brutally murdered his ex-wife, Lisa Bianco, in 1989 while out of prison on an 8-hour pass. Bianco's father feels Matheny was being manipulative by skipping today's hearing.
Yes, I was very surprised, but he's doing that to delay the system. That's all that he's doing.
But the system is now essentially finished with Alan Matheny.
We have no ability to process this case further, and we are not. And that's that.
Now, parole board members say it is unusual to request a clemency hearing, then refuse to go. The last time that happened was in 1999. Now, Matheny's only chance to avoid execution next week lies with Governor Daniels. And Terry, the parole board members say that Matheny did appear very coherent and understood everything they were saying to him, so still refused.
All right, we'll see. All right, Jenny, thanks a lot. An autopsy is scheduled on a high school student killed in a stabbing. 15-year-old Chiquita Beard was stabbed Saturday on Allen Street in South Bend. Police say Beard and another teen were involved in an argument. That's when the fight escalated and Beard was killed. A 17-year-old girl was arrested for the crime. She's being held on preliminary charges of reckless homicide. Formal charges could be filed tomorrow. Beard was a freshman at Clay High School. A guilty plea is apparently in the works for a former Roseland Town marshal accused of theft. The attorney representing Mike Swanson today indicated his client would plead guilty to the highest counts he faces. In response, the judge canceled a scheduled trial date. In March, Swanson was charged with stealing $10,000 from a town safe, money that had been seized in a 2001 drug investigation. Swanson faces charges of theft, obstruction of justice, and official misconduct. He'll return to court October 3rd. Meantime, it looks like a 79-year-old woman will go to trial on charges she assaulted 2 county police officers last February. A trial date of October 3rd was confirmed today for Betty Chambers. Back in February, police went to the Chambers home to investigate possible abuse on the part of her caretaker. That's when Chambers allegedly beat the officers with her cane. A pastor in Warsaw faces child molestation charges. 40-year-old Mark Allen Johnson was arrested last week in Kosciuszko County. According to the Warsaw Times-Union, Johnson faces 1 charge of child molesting and 2 counts of sexual misconduct. Johnson is a pastor at the Pentecostal Church of Refuge. He's accused of fondling a 9-year-old boy in the summer of 1997. A probable cause affidavit says that Johnson did perform deviant sexual conduct with that same child in 2002-2003. He's being held on $50,000 bond in the Kosciuszko County Jail. Well, it was an unexpected detour for an airport expansion project, one that made a roadblock out of an 87-year-old woman. But now things are back on track concerning the relocation of Lincoln Way West in South Bend. Mark Peterson is live now with more. Mark?
Well, Terry, it was way back in May the Airport Authority awarded a $4 million bid for the Lincoln Way relocation work, only to find out that an 87-year-old woman was standing in the way of progress.
The orange stake at Millie Dudek's front yard will be just 75 feet from the middle of the realigned Lincoln Way, so the airport realized it would have to buy this property sooner or later.
We didn't realize that she owned 3 parcels right on the center line of the roadway, and that came to light after we'd awarded the contract.
Today, crews were uprooting trees on the lots in question now that the courts set the purchase price at $104,000 and ordered the uprooting of Dudek herself.
We have sent a 90-day letter, which gives her 90 days to relocate. It's a scary process. There's no question about that. It's a very powerful tool that governmental entities have to take somebody's property.
Which is why the airport sought to ease the pain, first by trying to purchase the lots separate from the house, a move the courts wouldn't allow, then by offering to let Dudek stay for a year if she would voluntarily sell the lots now. The offer never received a response. Today, there was no answer at Dudek's home.
I think the majority of the folks that we've dealt with over the last 4, 5, 6 years in this process would say that we've been fair. They may not be happy, but I think they would mostly concur that we've been fair.
And, of course, the Lincoln Way realignment is needed to extend the north-south runway at the airport. Because of the property problems, the road work that was originally scheduled to be finished this fall won't be completed until next spring. Mark Peterson, News Center 16.
I'm Mike Hoffman, live in the Weather Lab. Like I said at 5 o'clock, I continue to believe, despite the severe thunderstorm watch, that our threat of severe weather is minimal here. Live Super Doppler 16 showing just showers in the southern parts of our viewing area. However, 16 Doppler max. Look at these massive thunderstorms. We have estimates out of Benton County, which is right in this area, of 5 to 6 inches of rain out of this as it continues to slide to the east-southeast. So very heavy rains down there. We'll continue to watch things just in case some thunderstorms pop up. But right now, I think all of this moves out of here quickly this evening. We'll have details in the forecast coming up.
A Michiana family filed a lawsuit today against the PHM School District and Madison Center over a mental health survey. The Rutherford Institute, a civil liberties group in Virginia, has filed a lawsuit on behalf of a Penn High School family. The suit goes back to Teen Screen, a mental health survey given to students. Parents Michael and Teresa Rhodes have been fighting the survey ever since their daughter took one last year. The Rutherford Institute says too many teens are taking these surveys without parental consent. The PHM says they've since changed their procedure. The district will require a parental signature before giving the survey in the future. A Lakeshore Middle School student received an award today for saving the life of a fellow student. 12-year-old Zephyr Oberman was choking on a cheese-filled breadstick last week. His rescuer, a fellow 6th grader, Victor Sanchez, a migrant student, paid attention to a poster on the lunchroom wall. It describes how to give the Heimlich maneuver to someone who's choking.
He is limited in English. He's a Spanish-speaking student. He's here for the season of the crops and leaves us probably in November.
I said, thanks, you're now one of my best friends.
And Victor wore his medallion today, a sign that friendship knows no language. Both boys say they intend to hang out together.
More to come on News Center 16.
Still at 6, they were so close to returning home. Now thousands of people are told again to stay out of New Orleans. In parts of southern Florida are bracing for an unwelcome visit from Tropical Storm Rita. Find out how the Florida Keys are preparing.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union.
Some local students honor the Constitution in the classroom. That story a little later.
Isn't it time you embrace the pace in Napanee? At the Heritage House Assisted Living, another Miller Senior Living community? You'll love our restaurant, where you'll choose 50s style soda shop. In the evening, unwind and enjoy the many comforts of your new home. Call and ask about our move-in special at the Heritage House Assisted Living community. Isn't it time you made the move to Napanee?
Morning. Whenever you need help with your heating, wherever you need it, your Bryant dealer will get it to you.
Found your paper in the driveway.
Whatever it takes. Through November, take advantage of special deals worth up to $1,000 on a high-efficiency system from Bryant. Just call your local Bryant dealer and they'll get it to you. Whatever it takes.
Allied Physician Surgery Center is proud to provide closed captioning for News Center 16.
It's been a great summer with Employee Pricing Plus. It's been a huge success, and the 2005 models are going fast. Because right now, during the final days of Employee Pricing Plus at your Chrysler or Jeep dealership, the deals have gotten even better. The remaining 2005 models won't last long, so hurry in now for the best selection. Remember,
if you can find a better car, buy it.
So I'd say if you can find a better car, buy it.
If the ride is more fly, then you must buy.
That's what I hear.
We going the right way?
Everybody's going to Notre Dame Federal Credit Union's grand opening Saturday, October 1st at our new full-service branch at 345 North Bittersweet Road in Mishawaka. Walk, run, slide on your belly. Just get here for food, fun, and prizes.
Yeah!
We'll offer a full array of financial products and services and some of the lowest rates around.
So come and see us. Formal wear is completely optional.
You can bank on us to be better.
Can I go?
Hey, and bring the kids too.
Well, thousands of people trying to get back to New Orleans are stopped in their tracks after welcoming people back to some parts of the city earlier today. The mayor put a stop to all returns this afternoon. It's partly because of Tropical Storm Rita, which is taking aim on the Gulf region. Now, if there's anything above a 3-foot storm surge, there will be some significant flooding. Close to 40% of New Orleans is still underwater. There's also very real worry about serious disease and infection. And you're going to pay $2.79 at the Buffalo Mini Mart in New Buffalo. Gallon of gas costs $2.68. The Speedway Petroleum on Ireland in South Bend, Phillips 66 and Adams Road in Granger, $2.69. Pump prices $2.73 at the VP Culver Express on Main Street in Culver, $2.67. The Speedway on U.S. Highway 12 in White Pigeon. And Rita already making oil futures much higher, so you might want to gas up soon.
Yeah, I was noticing that myself.
Yeah.
And first of all, it's heading for the Keys, but later on, maybe by the weekend, could be heading for Texas or Louisiana. We'll show you the latest path that we're projecting from Rita and the latest path of the big thunderstorms to our south coming up.
Having choices is a good thing.
For sure.
Toyota gives you great choices, like Camry, America's #1 seller.
I like that.
Or choose a Sienna or Highlander, both with 5-star safety ratings.
I've got kids. I want them to be safe.
So whatever choice you make,
Camry,
Highlander.
Silver. No, red.
Toyota has the car for you. Now get up to $2,000 cash on Sienna, $700 cash on Camry, or $1,000 cash on Highlander. Toyota, moving forward.
Unpaid taxes holding you back? On your mind? Weighing you down? Indiana Tax Amnesty can help ease the burden of unpaid taxes with no penalties and no interest. Call today to find out how you can break free.
Stupid albatross.
What's the most important case I've ever handled? It's always my next case.
Blackburn and Green, committed to be the best.
And our record book for today, high temperature 85 degrees after the morning thunderstorms. Our low so far 60. We've seen 0.24 of an inch of rain officially.
This is our marathon station. We own it. We run it, and, you know, we're proud to be part of this community.
My name's on the door, so everything's got to be right. I mean, these people know me, and I want to take care of them.
When you're an independent dealer, your reputation's on the line every day.
But it's not just about running a business for us. It's about being a part of a community that we care about.
We know what our customers want because we know our customers.
Helping friends and neighbors, that's the spirit of America. Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
Daimler Chrysler has extended the Employee Pricing Plus program through September. But Tyler Chrysler Dodge Jeep can do better. Tyler leads the way. Get special purchase 05 Dodge Grand Caravan SEs, yours for only $14,999. Or get 05 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4s for just $18,999. While supplies last, 05 Grand Caravan SEs $14,999. Or 05 Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4s $18,999. Rush to Tyler Chrysler Dodge Jeep.
Well, Tropical Storm Rita gained strength today as it churned into the central Bahamas. Now, the storm is triggering hurricane warnings in the Florida Keys. Yesterday, authorities began to order tourists out of the island chain. Rita is the 17th named storm of this year's Atlantic hurricane season. Water temperatures in the Florida states in the high 80s. It's got plenty of fuel to churn up. Forecasters say Rita could become a hurricane during the next 24 hours. And right
from the area's most experienced weather team, Chief Meteorologist Mike Hoffman has your Storm Team 16 forecast.
And right here in Michiana, we're looking at, well, some potentially bad weather.
Yeah, severe thunderstorm watch is out. Now, it's my opinion that we end up not getting anything and they cancel this watch early. But it's out until 11 o'clock. We'll watch it just in case something begins to pop up. But here's my reasoning. 16 Doppler Max continues to show very heavy thunderstorms to the south of US 24 right through Monticello and Logansport, you can see. So it has been actually sliding slowly southward while moving eastward. In some areas may have picked up 5 to 6 inches of rain out of this already, most of that south of our viewing area. But that's something that you definitely will be watching. But I don't think anything is going to pop up to the north, but we will watch it just in case. Okay, Tropical Storm Rita. Terry told you about it just a second ago. We wanted to show you the latest satellite picture because it is starting to affect the Keys with some clouds anyway. But the Florida Keys appear to be, at least Key West, right under the gun. The path from the National Hurricane Center is for it to pass just to the south of Key West, meaning the worst of this storm would probably hit Key West at the moment. And then it heads into the Western Gulf. Once it gets past where Katrina went, the way it looks like it's going to hit water that has not been affected by any tropical system so far this summer, which means it's very warm water. And this thing could explosively develop at some point in its path over the next several days. Right now, the path is for it to turn north over Houston, but again, there's a wide range of possibilities, which does actually include all the way over to New Orleans on the eastern end and South Texas on the west end. We'll be watching this. That wouldn't come until the weekend for most of the Western Gulf. Let's go outside, see what our Skyview 16 cameras are looking like out of Goshen. It's 81 degrees, mostly cloudy. South Bend, Mishawaka at this hour. We are also at, well, we're actually at 82. Rest of the numbers show very high humidity at this hour. We are looking at, maybe we won't see the rest of the numbers. We'll go right to the graphics and show you the Doppler network. We are looking at showers and thunderstorms earlier this morning. Then they fell apart, and these have developed, again, most of them to the south of us. They'll continue to be there. We only have a few widely scattered showers in our southern counties. Satellite picture then showing the system coming in, but also the dry air off to the northwest. So here's what the future looks like. With 16 Future Track, we'll continue to watch this cold front as it passes by. No matter what happens in front of this, again, I think just spotty thunderstorms, it quickly dries things out after midnight. We end up clearing off a little bit and becoming sunny tomorrow, even if we start off with some clouds. High pressure builds in to give us some nice weather over the next 2 or 3 days. Here's my Storm Team 16 forecast for all of Michiana for tonight. We are going to see scattered thunderstorms this evening, mainly south, then clearing overnight, low 59. Partly to mostly sunny and pleasant tomorrow, high temperature of 79. Tomorrow night, mostly clear and mild, low temperature of 55 degrees. 7-day forecast then, the next chance for thunderstorms comes along Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Should be scattered variety. So we'll be watching the severe thunderstorm watch just in case, but I really don't think a whole lot's going to happen here.
Okay.
The Nextel Cup chase finally got off to a very explosive start on Sunday. We'll show you why. As they say, a lot of paint swapping. Stay with us.
Looking for higher yield and profit potential? Choose DeKalb. Strong DeKalb roots lock into the ground, and strong DeKalb stalks stand tall for higher yield potential at harvest. Over 45,000 head-to-head comparisons have shown that a competitor's leading products lodge nearly twice as much as DeKalb. Superior root and stalk strength can deliver more yield from your fields. That's the yield advantage of DeKalb. Strong roots, strong yields.
If you're not reading the South Bend Tribune, you're missing out. So discover what's in it for you. It's only $14.60 a month. Call now for home delivery, 574-235-6464.
Hey, at Pizza Hut, when you buy a pizza, you can get up to 5 fully loaded mediums for just $5 each.
Fully loaded?
$5.
Like a meat lover?
$5.
Or Supreme?
$5.
Tomato and bacon?
$5.
Pepperoni and olives?
$5.
Chicken, ham, and all?
Hey.
What? He started it.
No, I didn't.
Did too.
Right now at Pizza Hut, order any medium or large pizza at menu price, and you can get up to 5 more fully loaded mediums for just $5 each. Fully loaded, not a wimpy one topping like the other guys.
Next time, we'll get ham and pineapple.
Oh, he's killing me. Gather around the good stuff.
Hi, welcome to the neighborhood.
Are you finding all your stuff?
Oh, hi. Yeah, we've unpacked almost everything. But what we really need to find is a bank.
Go to First Source Bank. They're right around the corner, and they are so helpful.
At First Source Bank, we're there when you need us with convenient hours, ATM, telephone, and online banking, and the free checking account that's right for you.
Now, if I could just find the dog.
First Source Bank, your partners from the first.
'Cause every girl crazy about a sharp dressed man.
Dress sharp with S&K. 2 suits, 2 shirts, 2 ties, all for $250.
Tough loss, but you got to move on.
Got to move on,
Yep.
move ahead. Interesting, though, the attitude after the loss. This was dramatic. Many Irish fans leaving Notre Dame Stadium last Saturday were probably very and rightly proud of their team after the 24-point rally to give the Irish the edge in overtime. But that effort and fortitude for Charlie Weiss, completely different matter.
It's not okay to lose. You know, sometimes you feel good about yourself because you come back, but guess what? That's just not good enough. You know, I'm never satisfied losing a game. I don't care if you're down by 100 and you come back. I told them that that's the #1 issue. But then I told them that this, I don't coach any different. I coach the same every week.
So what could have been one of the more momentous days in the history of Notre Dame Stadium turns out to be just an almost, and that means there will be changes this week, at least in the practice schedule.
This whole week is going to be about fundamentals and techniques. Because when you play football, if you don't play sound fundamentally and play with proper techniques, it doesn't make a difference what anyone else is doing. You're going to give up plays on both sides of the ball. It really starts there. And I think that that's where I felt that we were sloppy. You know, and that goes back to my original comment about we didn't play with focus, which then goes back to me once again.
This week, the Irish travel to Seattle to take on the University of Washington. I'll be there along with our crew to provide live reports beginning Thursday on News Center 16. Well, now it gets fun. The chase for the cup at Loudon, New Hampshire over the weekend. Ryan Newman would get the victory, but Kyle Busch, the defending champ, well, he smacked it on lap 3. Robbie Gordon had a little trouble with Michael Waltrip. In fact, Robbie gave him a little slam there into the door panel. And it came down to a battle of Hoosiers. Ryan Newman in 12, facing off against Tony Stewart in number 20, and Newman would take the checkered flag. He moves all the way up to number 3 in the points race. Now the Nextel Cup Series moves on to Dover, second race of the year in Delaware. The defending champ, Ryan Newman. Wild and wacky for the weekend past. I guess in a major golf course, you can't wear a T-shirt. So this person decided not to wear any shirt. Then check out this. Keep your eye, or in this case, face on the ball of the WNBA. Brandon Lloyd, nice hands, or should we say hand, to make the grab. Cliff Floyd. Cliff drives one deep. Look at the catch here. Right over the railing with the bare hand. That's impressive. That was USC. They're up 49-10. And check out this little effort here as Robert Brewer goes up and over, and that will do it for the Wild and Wacky.
All right, thank you, sir. Well, it's a way to recognize our nation's history. Some Michiana students got a lesson on American pride by learning about the Constitution. We'll show you how next.
From portable DVD players and flat-screen TVs to laptops and digital cameras. When it comes to living the digital lifestyle, bring it home at the Walmart price.
There's still time to join the Ford family. For a limited time, you can still get the same low prices our employees and their families pay for Ford cars. Just announced. Get $1,000 clearance cash on 2005 Ford 500 and Freestyle. And with clearance cash, you drive a Ford 500 SE for just $19,494. That's over $3,300 in savings on the all-new 500. From our family to yours, you pay what we pay. See your Northern Indiana Ford store today.
On the season premiere of Dateline Friday, twin brothers, one white, the other black. For 9 years, we followed their lives, but we've never heard from the twins themselves. Until now. NBC Friday, 8/7 Central.
I wouldn't wish the way I see the world on anybody.
Mommy, you won't let the bad man hurt us, will you?
So, are you ready for what's next?
NBC Monday, September 19th. Medium returns.
You know, I love kids. And those early morning campouts sure build up an appetite. So there's nothing better than stopping at my Speedway before we head out camping. Everyone loves the new 7th Street Deli hot breakfast sandwiches. And right now at Speedway, get any 2 delicious hot breakfast sandwiches, 2 for just $3. They're always hot and always fresh. At Speedway, it's always great values, great prices. You've got my word on it.
We're on your way, the convenience stores of Speedway.
Now at Speedway, get any brand of 20-ounce soft drink, 2 for just $2.
Well, the U.S. Constitution received some special attention in Michiana. Today, students at Edwardsburg Intermediate School recognize Constitution Day. Federal mandate requires schools to teach about the U.S. Constitution on or around September 17th. Edwardsburg students were happy to put on their red, white, and blue and show off their patriotism.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity. Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
Constitution Day was established by the government last fall.
You know, fair, when I was a kid, we had to memorize the darn thing.
That's a long thing to memorize.
Not the whole
too.
thing, but the preamble. Yeah.
The preamble.
Yeah.
Live Super Doppler 16 showing some showers to the south, but look up over northeast Cass County in Michigan. Suddenly we do have one thunderstorm that's popped up in that area. So again, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch till 11 o'clock Indiana time, although I do think it will be canceled early, but we will have to watch it.
All right, thank you, sir. And that'll do it for News Center 16 at 6. We'll see you back here at 10.
News Center 16, named Outstanding News Operation by the Indiana Broadcasters Association. News Center 16, award-winning coverage you can count on.